You let me know whenever.
I'm good. Anytime.
Okay,
I'm rolling.
I first came out to Vancouver because I wanted to pursue a career in music, and I set the goal of 2 years. We were always playing our own songs. That's one thing I'm very proud of. I have a lot of respect for people who go out and play cover tunes. That's not an issue for me, but we just kept playing our own songs, and that's a pretty good way to get yourself fired from playing in bars. And then finally about 87, 88, around that time, we signed with Sony. And that time there were only 5 domestic acts on the roster, so you got a lot of attention. For the next decade, it was just a blast. It was so much fun. Really got to know the country of Canada. We had a really good run for about a decade, and I got to this point where I felt like I wanted a bit of a change. In the early 90s, I bought a quarter section up in the interior, and I would go up there and be very comfortable there. And one thing led to another, and a few of us bought a working cattle ranch. And that was a weird, wonderful, challenging experience.
Grab a rope, slap off the dust, honey. You're getting back up on the horse.
You know, I would keep playing, I would keep doing shows, but not, you know, I wasn't making records, I wasn't writing a lot. And then I think I got to this point where I realized I missed music. It was a bit of a slow removal process. I took myself away. And it was kind of slow in terms of how I got back into it.
An old Indian once told me, never weaken. Then I heard the preacher say, turn the other cheek and walk away.
There were people that were really supportive. Johnny Ellis, who I made a lot of the record with, I play with him live, and he was really encouraging. You know, maybe we should get in there and record. And then I started finding myself writing songs, collecting songs, and I remember there's one point where I went, you know what? Why don't I do this?
I'm waiting in here, be it right or wrong. Roll on. A man is what he thinks about all day long.
It was kind of nice. Nobody was pressuring me. I mean, some of the people, Jim Cuddy was pressuring me, you know, a little bit. Johnny Ellis saying, you know, maybe we should get and finish this, and I just was waiting for certain songs to come. And then all of a sudden, after, you know, I guess 4 or 5 sessions over the course of 2 years, I thought, I think I got a record here.
So goddamn tired, feel like I'm held together with beer twining wire. But there's a dancing Jasmine on Friday night. There's a widow who I'm hoping just might offer me a little company.
Jim Cuddy from Blue Rodeo produced part of the record Gift Horse, and Jim and I have been friends since, I guess, back around late 80s, I would say. I love playing with those guys, and I think they really have done so much for Canadian music. When you get great musicians and when you feel good about the songs, you don't overanalyze, you get more relaxed and natural about it, then you have your best chance of capturing it in a good way.
Back to the rolling hills of Bristol, where ain't nowhere packs a pistol, and a cowboy only rides in boots. And boy, I tell some tales, Kenny, I wonder which one's home. When you ain't sure anymore, you start to feel alone, and then this restlessness anywhere, but lately I've been.
Something I've been doing recently, we've been playing, the Legendary Hearts have been playing the Clinton May Ball. This is the longest running, consecutively running event in Canadian history. And it's been such a blast, but it kept evolving to be more and more kind of old style country music type dance, and we would have these marvelous rehearsals. We really thought that we should do something with it, so that's when we created the Grand Caribou Opry. I think when you first release a record, when I first heard Something to Live For on the radio, I thought, I had no idea what was going to happen, how far it was going to go. And as it turned out, you know, I like a really good Canadian rock and roll career, and I'm comfortable with that because, you know, largely because of my family. It's more realistic for me now in terms of my expectations of what's going to happen. I know I can go out tour there. It's nice to have a record.
Tell me, is it true? Tell me, is it true what they said about you?
There's been very little kind of turbulence from the people who come see me, you know, because I play a lot of the old songs, sort of reworked ways, and they've been kind of coming along on the journey in a really great way.
Lately I've been thinking about home, the hills of England as a child.